point X lies on the bisector of angle ABC and the perpendicular bisector of line BC. So using only a ruler and a pair of compasses, construct suitable lines and arcs to identify the position of point X. So point X is a specific point, but it has to obey these two bullet points. So the first bullet point is it bisects angle ABC. So we can bisect that angle if we put our compass on B here, okay, and draw an arc here and an arc here on both lines BC and AB. Remove my compass, put my compass then on this arc here, and we'll draw an arc around here. Again, put my pin on this arc and draw another arc. So where they intersect, I can then draw a line, okay, to bisect that angle from B through where that point of intersection of those arcs, and the angle then is bisected. So the point X is on that line somewhere, but it also is going to be on the perpendicular bisector of the line BC. So remember, when we do perpendicular bisector, we go to the end of the line and we open up our compass, so it's more than halfway. Okay, as long as we go more than halfway, just don't have to measure it, that's absolutely fine. And we're going to draw then an arc up here and an arc down here. Okay, some people like to draw a full part of a circle, and you can do that if you wanted to. But then we go to B and we repeat the process, and we're going to draw an arc then here, and they meant to cross. Okay, so that one doesn't cross, it's not a problem. And we're going to draw an arc down here, and again they just about cross, but what I can do now is go back to C, okay, and just draw that arc, make it a little bit longer, and I can do that one a bit longer as well. And the point is then we can draw my perpendicular bisector, okay, so as so, and then where the point X is going to be where the angle bisector is and the perpendicular bisector. So the only point that satisfies both of these bullet points above is where the two lines cross. So if we go where the two lines cross and mark that as point X, because if you think about it, at point X there, point X is on the angle bisector, but it's also on the perpendicular bisector. So that's the only point that X can be. Okay, so then we're going to part B. It says construct an angle of 60 degrees at A. So remember, when we do a 60-degree angle, we need to put my pin on A, okay, open up the arc, so open up the compass so it's sensible amount, we don't have to measure it, but then we're going to do a quarter circle. That's how we do a 60 degrees, so quarter circle. Then put your pin where the arc and line meet, and then draw a little arc here, and where they cross will create my 60-degree angle. Okay, so I can then join up A to where those arcs cross, and that will be 60 degrees. Okay, in C then it says construct an angle of 30 degrees at B this time. So take note of where they're asking it from. So B is over here. Now to create a 30-degree angle, we need to think about doing a 60-degree first. So always do it's always usually based on working out 60 degrees, drawing 60-degree angle first, and then we can get a 30 from there. So we go to B, open up my compass a sensible amount, and then draw, remember, a quarter circle. Okay, just a quarter circle. Go then where the arc and line meet, and then draw a little arc there. Okay. That will be my 60-degree angle. So if I drew a line from B to where those arcs meet, that would be 60 degree. Now, of course, I don't want 60 degree, I only want 30 degree. But if you think about it, 30 degree is half of 60 degrees. Okay, so if this was 60 degrees, I want to halve it to give 30. I just simply bisect the 60-degree angle. Okay, so, you know, some people actually like to draw in the 60-degree angle. I mean, we can if we want, doesn't hurt. Maybe we can do a dotted line, broken line, to show our 60 degree. But then when we bisect that angle, to get 30 degree, you need to go then, remember when we bisect an angle, we would do an arc here, which is already in place. We would then go to that point where the arc meets the line and draw another arc over here. then go to that point where the arc meets the other line and draw a little arc there. And of course then where they intersect, we can then join that up to B, and that will be 30 degrees. Okay, and that will be our angle of 30 degrees.